Southern Couture, and I hope everyone's having a great week so far. I hope you also enjoy this video today. We're going to be talking all about Storyteller, and Storyteller is the next devotional kit from Illustrated Faith for the month of August. You can absolutely work through it at your own pace whenever you want to, but that's when a lot of people in the Bible journaling community like to join as a whole is during August. And so if you have not grabbed your kit from Illustrated Faith, I encourage you to do that. At the time of me posting this video, I don't know if they still have the full kit available or if they will just have, a lot of times they do like devotional booklets separate, like a la carte items of what they have extras of, but you can always get it in a digital version and print it out and put your own little booklet together, staple it, and all of that. And you can also just buy also the digital, that's what I was trying to think of, the digital little pieces, stickers, things like that, that supplement the kit. You can buy those as well, and then you don't have to miss out if you didn't get one before they sold out. So the link is down below in the description where you can grab your kit or your devotional. And I've also have a video down there in the description showing you an unboxing, everything that comes in the kit, some ideas for ways to use the supplies. So check that out if you haven't already, and I hope you will enjoy it. I did have someone asking, several actually, if I was going to show how I set up my traveler's notebook and get all my supplies organized, how I keep things organized. And so that's what I'm going to do again today. I have touched on the supply organization before, but I think it's always fun just to see what other people are pulling out of their stashes, and it gives you ideas on things to see what you want to pull and grab, and encourage you to look there too. So we'll do that. And also, people were asking, I'm assuming you're still going to have new printables in your shop to match with the new kit, and you're absolutely correct. You assumed correctly. I do have new printables. They just released, and that whole collection to go with Storyteller is Type My Story. So if you go to my Etsy shop, you should be able to search within it, Type My Story, and it'll pull up all the items that are available that coordinate with the kit. And if you can't, they should be like, some of the top listings, since they're the most recent ones. And I'm going to touch on them a little bit and show you. I don't have every single one of them printed out. I do have a lot of them printed out that I've used already when I was embellishing my traveler's notebook. And so it'll give you also an idea, instead of me just flipping and showing them to you, it'll show you ideas for ways you could use them, which I think is always fun because we see something we might like in a printable and we just don't quite know how to use it. And so this will help you with that as well. But the whole collection is Type My Story, and the link to my shop is down below as well. So we'll go ahead and dive in. As I use those printables, I will mention them and show them to you through my notebook. But this is my little traveler's notebook cover. I won this in a giveaway last year from Top Knots and Jesus on Instagram, and so it's the one that I have been using to hold all of my devotional kits. I know that Illustrated Faith was selling this one in their shop, but I don't think that they have any more of them left. They had some other designs, but this is by Carpe Diem. It has pockets on the side, pockets in the back. I love the elastic band, the pen holder. So just a really fun spotty dot. So I like because it matches with every devotional pretty much. You can count on the colors working. So I have just slid my little traveler's notebook in here, the devotional booklet. You have these little bands, elastic bands, where you can slide things in here. Of course, the stickers that come in the kit in this traveler's notebook style, so you can slide those right in. This is a clip that, a bow clip that came with the kit that was tucked in there from Illustrated Faith. And so for now, I have just stuck it on the cover to add a little, fun embellishment sticking out of the top. And I may end up pulling it off and using it at the top of a journaling page in my Bible. I'm not sure yet. So let me scoot this. It's kind of bothering me that it's right there, and I feel like I keep bumping it. Okay, now I can pull this over. So this is a little mini clip that I had in a little set that I got at Tuesday morning a while back, and so I just used that. A lot of times I'll put it to like clamp which page I'm on, so it's a quick and easy flip to get to that page. So that's what I have there. And then over here in these side pockets are all of the little, or some of the paper pieces that came with the kit. So you'll see like these little, the library card, the little coffee cup that says called, tabs, binder clips, you know, things like that that come in those paper pieces. Those are in there. And also the extras that were too big to kind of fit good, I put in this front pocket. So I have the typewriters and these little mini manila folders, which is just absolutely darling and so creative. And then inside this little folder or pocket here, this is the backing that comes off of that came off of the stamps and also the little paper pieces and the packaging. I save all of it because I cut it and reuse it in journaling in different places. You could recut or cut this off and reuse it as a tab at the top of your page, and then the back you can use it as well. And as you see, and I'll show you, I have already used one of them in my devotional booklet, and then the stamps that came with the kit, I always keep those right here in this front pocket so they're easy to get to. Now at the top up here, you'll see a sneak peek of one of the things that's in my shop, and this is one of the little sticky notes, and I have them in lots of different colors that match. And there are a set includes a page with lined and blank, where the full color on the blank ones, and then the lined one has this white space so you can write and see what you've written. And then I added this fun little like paperclip detail. I just couldn't resist, and I just love it. This time I printed these on just computer paper, so it's more thin, much like a little sticky pad. And you'll see how I've used them and attached them in here with adhesive runner to make it seem like it's you know, from a little sticky pad, where the top is adhesive and the bottom can flap up. Also, here's a really cool idea. I took the stamps from the kit, which are these typewriters, 2 different styles, and I stamped them on patterned paper. So here are 2 of them, and there are more that I've already used in here that I will show you. But this is patterned paper from my Etsy shop. It's part of the patterned paper bundle. You get a sheet with a full patterned paper, colored ombre designs. It's really, really pretty. I'll show you more of it when we open it, and you'll see more colors. And then I also, in that set, you'll get a sheet of washi strips with this same really fun pattern on the washi. So I just loved it. I love taking the stamps and stamping them on the pattern paper so that it looks like you have this really fun, colorful typewriter. And then you could add a little white piece of paper up here to do your, you know, journaling and make it look like the paper's coming out of the typewriter. So that I've added over there in the pockets as well. Just I went ahead and stamped them, and I have them ready to go, so when I want to journal, they're there. You know, sometimes I find it's so much easier for me to do all of this ahead of time, which is why I went ahead and stamped, cut those out. I have a lot of the printables either cut down or cut them out, so I would have them on hand. And then let me go ahead and I'll flip to the back and show you. This, of course, I said was the sticker sheet, and then back here are some of the printables from my shop. You'll be able to see better. And I keep a lot of mine in this back flap or pocket. This is the sheet of vellum stickers that came with the kit, and I've just stuck it back there. It didn't want to fit real great in that front one, and I didn't want it to get bent. And then we have, of course, have grid blocks again, and I'm in love with them. I'm in love with the colors this month. So fun. I'm loving this like pale pink and mustard color together, this like mint green and this brighter, almost like a turquoise green. Just some really, really fun colors that we have to work with. And I just love these little blocks. These are great for tabs. They're great for journaling. They're great for just adding a little background piece to layer. Lots of fun things you can do with those. I've seen someone cut it in half and do like a date stamp on it and put it at the top or bottom of the page. Really fun. There's another little fun sneak peek at the patterned paper. It had this turquoise section that was left over from what I'd already cut out and used. We have Polaroid note cards, which are really fun, and here's some that are left that I haven't used yet. Lots of fun colors. And then you are seeing right here one of the brand new sets in my Etsy shop, and I cannot believe that I did not bring up here. Oh, I am so sorry, guys. I will include a picture of it at the end of the video, but you have to click over to Magic Shop so you can see it. I have a brand new design and set in the shop. So all of these are new colors that coordinate with the kit that I do, and the collage arts are new and different colors that go, but this is a brand new design that's never been in there before, and I'm so excited about it. So I did these little Project Life, like a 3x4-inch journaling card. I'm in love with them, and you can grab these in a set. It's got the crib blocks too, and the set has 8 journaling cards with all these different colored borders to match the kit. Plus, that set comes with word fetty title starters that you can use, that I have went through and pulled from the devotionals, words that stood out to me, titles, things like that. So if you want to incorporate those in your journaling, if you want to use them as tabs, as titles, whatever you want to do with them, and there are tons and tons and tons of words included in that. And just because I forgot to bring it up here, which I could kick myself for, I'm going to show you and just jump on into one of the pages here and skip ahead because I want to show you. So I have put in one of the journaling cards. I have it right here, and this one is in this other kind of purpley tone that we see throughout, and it's like a peach, like a pinky purple. But I just put it in with some spotty dot washi that I had, added this thin strip of the highlighter washi from Dayspring, and I have those linked down below, the washi and other supplies from Dayspring so you could see them. And then I used the little paperclip stamp with the kit and stamped there, and then here is one of the title starters. So you have this really fun, like blocked outlined looking font, and I did print this on cardstock, and I also printed it on clear sticker paper. So for this one, I just cut out the little cardstock piece that said Storyteller and put it there, and I just love how that worked. Adding just that little phrase there, added just a little touch of something. I wanted something extra down here in this corner to balance out this little journaling card, and I'll show you more of them as we go through here that I have already used. But I'm really excited about that one. I could just kick myself for not bringing up the other printables that went with this to show you, because it's like a 8.5 by 11, and you get, it's like 5 rows and tons of words on each row that you can go and use for whatever. And I went through here, I read through, picked out words that stood out to me, and used those for journaling, or for the words that I thought we could all use that would be helpful. And I'm in love with it. So let's go ahead and start back at the beginning, and I'll do a quick flip through and try not to talk and keep you guys too long. So we have our little open welcome page where Janet has written a sweet little note to us. And so on the opposite side, there was this beautiful graphic of flowers and this typewriter. So I couldn't cover it up completely, but I always like to have something on the first page as a prayer to start my devotionals off. And so I used one of the Polaroid note cards. Layered underneath it is the grid block, and used this little hexie sticker from Illustrated Faith and Dayspring. I have this remember, and that comes from a word fetty paper or sticker booklet that I have from Illustrated Faith and Dayspring. And then down here is that adorable little highlighter washi that came with the kit. So I wrote out a little prayer there, and just that little remember I thought was a sweet sentiment to put down. We have our first devotional, which is prologue, and so like a lot of the words that I chose for that word fetty, I put all of the devotional titles, so you could have those for tabs. I put like author, life, just lots and lots of words that stood out to me. So on this one, again, I put one of the grid blocks, put it in with some washi, and used one of these Vellum stickers that came with the kit that I showed you. I put that down here that said authored. It said God, the author of life. So I wanted to tie that in. And then this little cutesy, adorable pencil stamp is from this stamp set, and I'm trying to find something, maybe you can see it better. This is the Create in Me a Heart Like Jesus, Draw Near. It's the Draw Near stamp set. Illustrated Faith doesn't have it anymore, so if you don't have it, they don't have it, but if you did purchase it at the time when it was available, go grab it and pull it for this one, because it's got this pencil, the little pen, this marker, these little doodles, even this little cup with the different art supplies like pencils and brushes that would even be, you could use for this if you wanted. And so I think even the sentiments would work great. And Brave Little Taylor on Instagram, I just love Taylor. She is so full of so much wisdom. And so I grabbed this stamp set when it was available because I knew with these types of stamps you could use it over and over. So grab this one if you haven't, and you will find that it works great with this kit. And then to stamp this little pencil, I used these the Versa Magic chalk inks that y'all know I've been loving, and it worked beautifully. So what you have to do is be very careful with them, but you grab that stamp, and there's like a dark navy, but you could use black obviously, and black would probably look better for your lead for the tip. Then you have the yellow, bright yellow color that it's in there for the pencil, and then this peachy color for the eraser, and I love it. My peach got over a little too far on the pencil part, but that's okay. And I just think it turned out so adorable for a little pencil. Now, flip the card over, and here we go. Here is one of those fun little typewriters that I stamped out and on that pattern paper from my shop, and I love how that just added a little something, a fun surprise as you flip the card over that you're not expecting on the back. And then I can obviously go up here, maybe draw in a little paper and do some journaling. I put the washi there, and then stamped his story and the XOX that came from the stamp set with the kit. Now let's go ahead and talk about the tabs. Oh my goodness, when I did these, I didn't know if I would like it, and it turned out beautifully, and probably something that I'm going to do for every kit from now on because the sizing worked out great. Having 4 devotionals, I was able to do 4 tabs that it was almost like the perfect length of the booklet. And these are the grid blocks from my shop, and so see how perfect these colors just all go together. I'm loving them, and I cut them off so that it wouldn't cover up any of the words on the page. And I just added a little piece of the highlighter washi, which is that thin washi right here from Dayspring, and these are the Vellum stickers from the kit that I put there with, they have little title words for each devotional topic, so I could know and flip right to it, and I'm just in love with how those tabs turned out. So definitely grab some grid blocks if you want, and make you some fun tabs. It just adds a fun little element there, and I love the colors and the way it all came together. Now for prologue, we have our prompts, and so over here, one thing I did do on each page you'll see is added like some highlighter or the typewriter washi. I thought that was fun just to add a little something extra to the pages. And then this is of course one of the Polaroid note cards. I put 2 back to back with different colors, put them in with washi. And then I'm using the stencil, the number stencil set that came with that Wildflower devotional from Illustrated Faith not Wildflower, it was Joy Journey, several months ago, and I used that to number my pages for my 100-day entries in my Bible. Y'all see me use it a lot, and so I just love it, and I thought it would be fun to come over here. So with each prompt, I have a place so I know which writing I've done goes with which prompt. I like to have, there's lots of space in here to write notes, but I want extra, and I want room to make it specific for which one I'm writing notes about. I've been writing some notes under here, which I may still do with things that stand out to me, but I wanted a place to have a designated journaling spot just for that prompt. So I just went in, of course, with the numbers and added that. Okay, now we've got casting call, and I put my tab, of course, over here, some washi, put in another journaling card with some washi, and the same pattern. I like to keep it simple, but make it still really cute and fun, so I added the paperclip stamp, a sticker from the Vellums, another stamp from the kit, and here is one of the Post-it little sticky notes. So this is another one of the line sticky notes from my shop, and I put some adhesive at the top, so it still looks fun, like a sticky pad would, where you could just pull it right off. And I love that, having that extra space to add some more journaling, but not just a plain white. It just adds a fun touch. And these little memory decks cards I thought were so cute. I just left them alone. I didn't want to take away because I thought they were so cute. And then over here, love this page so much. So we have our prompts. Again, I wanted a way to keep them, organized. So I just stenciled 1, 2, 3, added the washi here and here, and added more stamping with that pencil. I stamped this little pen or marker, highlighter or marker that came on that stamp set I showed you, and I may go back and color this in, I don't know yet, but I like how it was just a fun little touch down there at the bottom. And then as we flip over, we have this like mid-month, 2-week takeaway. I like to use this space. They always have this really fun, pretty graphic in the middle, and I like to use it as a way to document, what were my biggest takeaways from the first 2 weeks. Prayers, maybe, scripture, and you could add scriptures on these note cards. You could write out a scripture here. You could write out a prayer on this notebook paper. And so I wanted to, kind of make it not so flat and pop by adding one of my sticky notes on the top, added some stamping of that pen or mechanical pencil that came with that stamp set, and then this little mini manila folder that was in the kit. I thought, you know what, I know I'm going to want to use them in my journaling, so I'll keep one for my journal, and I think I just have to use one in here, because here's what I did. I adhered it down with adhesive runner, and I put some washi right here because I wanted something that would be easy to pull up and down without it messing up the page. Put a vellum sticker for, of course you've got to label your folder, and then look at this. So I've got all these little fun files and documents in my manila folder to go along. So I've cut out a little piece of the patterned paper that from my shop. This is from that packaging I just talked about. I loved how it still had the little Storyteller in the tab. It almost looks like, its own little manila folder within this one. I have a set of speech bubbles in my Etsy shop, so I cut out one of those to go with the kit, and then another one of the stamped typewriters. I just thought it was so cute and so fun to pop in there. And this would be a good place if you want something that you want to be, very private, personal, intimate. This would be a beautiful place to write that down, put your little files away, and put the washi over it and have it there. So if someone was to look at your devotional booklet, or if you're working in a small group with others and you want something private here, something you're struggling with that maybe you haven't told anyone yet, or a special prayer that you want to come back and look at later once it's answered, this is a great way to keep it kind of in its own little special place, and that's what I loved about it. Okay, let's keep going because I am really getting chatty, but I just love this so much. So again, we've got a grid block with some washi, one of those word titles from my kit, another one of the sticky notes. I thought was so fun to just put it down. And then on the prompts page, this page with the prompts had room to write them and keep them organized, so I didn't have to add an extra, 1, 2, 3. And then this is one of the little sticky notes, beautiful camera here that I did not dare want to cover up. So I just put down one of the sticky notes over the top of it. And I just wish I knew where this was from, because this little camera, like, you just don't see anything like it. That is so cute. Over here, more stamping, some washi, another grid block card, and these are just perfect for journaling because they don't cover up too much, or good for tip-ins. They don't cover up too much of your page with the devotional. And more stamping. I added, this is inked. That's one of the words you'll get, and we're talking about being inked in blood, so I put that one there. Another little sticky note from my shop. This is the packaging off of the washi tape. Y'all know I save it, so I thought it would be fun just to add that there. You've got more room for journaling. And then back here, probably one of my favorite prompt pages. I love this rainbow book stack. And then over here, pulling out these colors that are in this stack, and I used those journaling cards in my shop. I'm telling you, they're my favorite. Those in the grid blocks and those little word titles. I'm loving them. So I did a 1, and then what I did was just, I moved the card down some and adhered it with the washi, and then put this little thin strip of highlighter washi just to add some more fun color there. And that way I have 1, I can journal, 2, and then 3, and I stamped there. But that's just a really cool way. And then adhere them up here with washi, and they're all attached that way. And then you can still come over here and read the prompts, but you've got room to add some more journaling. And then on the back, we have this huge, beautiful typewriter spread to end out the kit. I love it. I love to end it with a prayer, a way to review, go back, and so that's what I'm planning to do here. So I didn't want to add anything, and take away from it. So let's go ahead real quick, because I have talked longer than I thought I would, and I'm going to show you supplies that I've pulled real quick. I like to use plastic bins to keep my things organized. This one is, you know, kind of taller and it keeps everything closed in. I do love the flat ones as well, where you could have it all laid out better and they're wider, but this works for me for now. And these are some things that I have pulled in here, and I like to keep this little bag. It has extra washies in it that I've been using for 100 days and probably could use with this one. A lot of them don't match as much as they do with 100 days, but I keep them just in case because there are some fun ones in there that could work. And then I had that bag of the ink crush out earlier, and that bag stays in there as well. And this little bag's just a good way to keep them all together. My heart washi ring, I don't load it down because I usually will keep washies on it that I'm going to be using for the kit or that will go with lots of different kits. And so really what I need to do is just transfer these over. Probably I'll do that, and that's one less bag I'll have in here. Gotta have always a black ink pad. I have a date stamp with me always. And then on this side, oh my goodness guys, I just realized I did bring those up here. So good deal. Okay, I have to take a second and show you. Here are those word titles. So I told you you get tons of them. I had already cut it down and that's why I didn't see it. I got myself too organized. But here are the word betties. I printed them on white paper as well. But here's the word betties. This is on clear sticker paper. And you get you get tons and tons and tons. You get all of these, and you can go through the devotionals and use them. A lot of them, at the beginning, you get a lot of the titles of the devotionals, and then as you go through, they start being in order of the devotionals and words that popped out, you know, from those. So that might help you instead of having to jump all over and search for them. So those are those little word titles, and I just went ahead, cut them in strips, and I have them handy right here in my bin. And so on this side, one thing that I have are stamps that I really like to use, and this is the packaging off of this little stamp set. This is from Illustrated Faith. I don't know if they have the Adorn It Alpha stamp set anymore. I think they had got a restock, so you'll just have to check over there because it's hard to keep up because sometimes they run out and then they'll restock. But check over there and see if they have it, and then I use the back of it for cleaning or stamping off my inks. And then I have, this is the journal, is it Journal Crush, I believe, stamp set that has the grids. It has this notebook paper looking stamp and other fun little lines which go beautifully because they're used in here as well, as you'll see with the notebook paper there. So definitely keep that in mind. Go grab it if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure they restocked that one as well. These are the little diamond or triangle stencil that came with Revival Camp New Testament. So I just have it still in here because I thought it might be fun to use to add color to the background. Some of the Illustrated Faith pens that you can get from Dayspring, those colors match very well. Now this is a stencil. It stays in here all the time. I think it's good for a ruler. It's good for measuring if you needed to, you know, like journaling space, or just a stencil. Obviously, all these things. The scalloped edge would be fun to stencil. And this came as an add-on with a kit from Dayspring and Illustrated Faith last year from Amy Tangerine. So I don't know if you could find that somewhere else, but it always just stays in here in case I needed it. This is a clear pouch that comes in that Illustrated Faith organization bag that Dayspring has, and I keep like lots of different bits and pieces from all sorts of things. Like if I have leftover pieces from kits or scraps that I think I might want, you know, to use, I just keep them in there, and it always stays with me for each kit. Here is that cardstock sticker booklet from Dayspring that has all of these words, and it stays with me for every kit because that's super versatile. I'll go ahead and show you. This is their tiny colorful alphas. These are clear stickers with so many colors and letters. You get tons and tons of letters. So this one has a lot of fun colors I noticed that would match with Storyteller, so it always stays with me. These little pink hexies. I have other colors of these. They're just not in here right now. And I love using these to just add a little something on the page when I need it. These are leftovers, actually. These were the alphabet, large alphabet, like die cuts that came with as an add-on with the Revival Camp, and so I've still been finding some fun ways to use them, and I'm gonna just keep them in this box in case I was to, you know, want to use them for this one. And then these are all of the homespun alphas that I have from Dayspring and Illustrated Faith, and I like to just keep those with me. And so a lot of these supplies you see that I'm showing you are not supplies that are just absolutely specific to this kit. These are supplies that I buy and I reuse over and over and over, and I like to just keep them handy because they do coordinate with all of the kits and any journaling that I might want to do. So not only do I have a, what I would say, organization box or bin for this kit, this is kind of one that I keep with me all the time for any project or journaling, even if it's not journaling entry using the kit, because it has so many fun basics. And then what I do is add a few things that I'm using for the kit in here on top of these. So I'm going to go put back that stamp set from Taylor, and then this is the stamp set that I have not even opened these because I just got them in the mail right before I was recording. And this is the typewriter stamp that you can get from Illustrated Faith, and I believe they still have it, or it may be sold out by the time this is posted, but just check and see. It's a typewriter font stamp. I just think that would be perfect to use with this being, you know, Storyteller and the whole typewriter theme. So I had to grab it, got that one, and then they had a Felicity Jane add-on that came with the kit, and mine just got here, so I haven't even pulled it out to look at it, but there are more journaling cards, which are going to be fun to add along. Love that gingham. You have tabs, and then you have these little vellum pockets, which when I saw these, I was like, I have to buy, if nothing else, for these, because these pockets and vellum are precious. And then you get some alphabet stickers back there that have like this micro black tiny dot, which is really cute and simple. So these I'm going to be adding in here in my stash. I'll fix that. And then also we had this option of an add-on from the Adopt Shop, which you should check them out on Instagram. Lots of fun things, but these are like a it's not sticky because there's no sticky note, but it's more like just a notepad, I guess you would say, of these library cards. So, I fell in love. I'm a big book nerd. I loved going to the library as a child, and I just love it. And so they're actually double-sided. So you get author, title, date, due, borrower's name. I mean, it looks just like a library card when you were younger, and you would get, you know, your card stamped. And then on the back, you have date due and borrower's name. So I just love that they're double-sided. They have yellow and white option. I just went with the yellow. I think the white might be more versatile, but I went with this like deep yellow color because I thought it looked more vintage, or I don't know, antique vintage of a typical library card. I don't know why, it just stuck out to me. So I grabbed the yellow one, and I didn't have these till, like I said, today. So when I was embellishing my traveler's notebook, I didn't have these, and I knew they were coming. So I will be going back and adding some of these in here for extra tip-ins. I'm definitely going to be adding, you know, these little pockets with the vellum. I'm going to add those in there as well, where I could put some journaling cards and things like that. So keep an eye out, and I will update on Instagram, of course, as I do that, and kind of show you new ideas and things that I'm putting in here. But I wanted to go ahead and be able to get this video together without having to wait on those, so that you could see them. And but I am excited to get to add those little additions. But like I said, if you didn't get the add-ons, I think it worked out great, because this is a fun way to show you how you could still go through and add all of these fun elements and extras with printables from my shop, and also just using some of the paper pieces and elements that came with the kit, that you didn't have to get add-ons or other supplies if you didn't have them, and it's still totally doable. And I love it that the printables you can print over and over, you know, as many times as you would like. But that is the supplies that I have pulled. Here's how I keep them, just in this little bin. Very simple and easy to just pick it up and carry it with me wherever I need to journal in the house. And I'm in love. I'm just in love with this kit. Janet and Candace did an awesome job on this devotional, and I just can't wait to get started. I've read through the devotionals, you know, with a glance, pulling that word fetty, and it's incredible. I know y'all guys are going to be just blown away and blessed by all of Janet's heart that she shared with us in it, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see what y'all do with your traveler's notebooks as well. So please, please, please share those with me. I would love for you to tag me on Instagram or anywhere on social media so I could see them. Let me know how you're using the printables, and don't forget to go grab your printables over in the Etsy shop. That link is down below, and the whole collection is called Type my story. And again, don't forget to look at those new journaling cards and that really cool word fetty that you can use for all your journaling entries, tabs, titles, whatever you choose. So I hope y'all enjoy them, and they'll be a blessing and a help to you. And I'll be back very soon showing you more about how I'm working through Storyteller. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.